Mutale Nkonde is researcher at the University of Cambridge, Chief Executive of AI for the People, a charity that focuses on responsible AI. Thank you so much for coming on the programme. Why are these glasses necessary?
Honestly, Tom, I don't think they're necessary. I think that they are probably a suite of technologies that Meta are now thinking about, well, how do we make money from them? And one of the strategy documents, I'm sure, was why don't we try and go more into hardware? And glasses probably just came up, on somebody's document. I think the questions that you pose are really interesting. Do you really need to know how far the ball is from the hole? And once you know that, does it make you a better golfer?
It does. No? No, it does. Yeah. Actually, you need to know what club to pick. But you can do this on your phone, so you can have, and you could do it on your watch. Why not, I guess then, why not be able to do it on the glasses that you're wearing?
Exactly. Why do you need to do it on the glasses that you're wearing? I think it's just more about making people used to more gadgets so that they can spend more money. Because what's going to happen with the glasses is that the first set of glasses that will come out, which we have now, that are not syncing to Bluetooth in ways that consumers are expecting. They're not performing the way that consumers are expecting, or they're promised, because it's the first round of glasses.
Right.
And then you're going to start paying for updates. And then you're going to, and if you are like me, got an Apple phone way back in the day, and now have to basically mortgage my house to get an update, then you're kind of stuck into another way of giving these companies money, not to mention the privacy concerns specifically for children.
So I take your point about the upgrades, the subscriptions, the tying you in, all of that. But I do wonder whether the issue of recording without people's knowledge, you could probably do that on your iPhone, but it's quite difficult. And people could see you holding it up, which might indicate you're recording it. If you're literally walking around, and presumably at some stage, Mutale, if not already, you would have the ability to live stream,
right? Then
we're operating in a very odd reality.
Well, you're operating to a device that could go simultaneously to WhatsApp, IG, and Facebook, potentially, because those are all Meta companies. But more than that, is this a tech company or is this a glasses company? If they are a tech company in the same way that Tesla is not a car company, it's a tech company, then it becomes subject to UK GDPR. And within UK GDPR, we have the right to know what we're encountering online. And the honest truth is, we are not going to necessarily know when somebody's looking at us, to your point. We're not going to know how that information is shared by potential data brokers. If you look at stuff like Ring doorbells, for example, or any of those doorbell apps, they're filming everything that goes on the street.
That's very true.
They're not filming, your Amazon person, coming to your door. And those people haven't given their permission. And then who is this data being shared with? It could
but in
be
that,
shared.
I'm kind of much more relaxed about that. Maybe I shouldn't be. I mean, the Ring doorbell we have films people when they press it, but you can also access it from your phone to look at stuff if, there might be a problem or whatever, or you wonder where the car is, that kind of thing. Are we going to end up being much more relaxed about Meta glasses once more and more people have them?
No, what I think is that they're trying to stop us being relaxed about privacy. I personally would never have a smartwatch because I do not want my medical care to come outside of privacy protections. I would never have a household assistant telling it what I do when I wake up, what music I like, because that's another way of being marketing back to me. And this is just another frontier. And you have to remember, these companies are always looking for new consumers. If you're under 50 years old, you're probably not that heavy on Facebook, for example. So how do they get younger people? If you are trying to go for a TikTok's audience, you might have threads or longer videos. We're already seeing that. I think the glasses is just one more way to get your money, and your privacy is priceless. So for me, not only would I never own them, I would never want to go into a social space where I know that the potential could be worn.
Massively appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming on. Always good to talk to you. Mutale Nkonde is researcher at the University of Cambridge, Chief Executive of AI for the People, a charity that focuses on responsible AI.